Do you apply WordPress updates and patches? Well, WordPress updates are really three different things, or they're comprised of three different things. So you have the updates for the WordPress software itself, the core WordPress software. Then you have updates and patches for the WordPress plugins. And then you have updates and patches for the WordPress theme. So on our base plan, the solo business plan, we apply the WordPress core updates. So this is the WordPress software itself. So we update those. And generally we keep them slightly behind, the updates slightly behind the very latest version. So just to allow time for testing, ironing out any bugs and so forth. It's not ideal to the day an update comes out to update to that version, because often there are problems with it. There's bugs. And your plugins might not be compatible with the very latest version, so it takes time for them to catch up. The base plan also includes updates for critical security holes in plugins. This is rarely required, maybe once or twice a year. There's a critical security vulnerability announced, and plugins, like particularly for popular plugins like the Yoast SEO plugin or maybe Jetpack from WordPress, those security announcements come out and we will update generally within 24 hours. But the base plan doesn't include any regular plugin updates other than those critical security vulnerabilities. So it's a basic plan. It's designed for to keep the cost down, basically. So the middle plan, the small business plan, that includes plugin updates as well as WordPress core updates. So the plugin updates are generally done on a quarterly basis. And specific plugins like WooCommerce that potentially might have some issues. There's the WooCommerce core plugin, and then there's the WooCommerce supporting plugins. Depending on how your site's configured, we might manage the updates slightly differently, but we'll talk to you about that. And often we apply these updates out of hours. So just in case we don't want to plug an update to break the site during the day and have the site go down. So for anything that potentially, there's a plugin update that potentially might have some risk around it, we'll talk to you first, and we'll work out a plan of attack. On the serious business plan, the high-level plan, we include plugin updates on a monthly basis. We don't include on none of the plans. None of the plans we do theme updates, because most of the time, when you update a theme, it breaks the design of the website. So there's a lot of risk associated around theme updates, and often updating the theme will override any custom coding or custom design work that's done. So effectively that breaks your website permanently. So it's not really ideal to be updating themes unless there's a very specific reason for it. It might be a critical security hole, or there might be some functionality that the newer version of the theme has, and then we can kind of manage that on a case-by-case basis. If you have a specific question about plugin updates, happy to answer that. And we can also set up a custom schedule. If you need something particular, or if you have plugins that need special attention, then we can do that. We can manage that on a case-by-case basis. So if you have a question about anything before you come on board, it's probably best to just shoot us a quick email and we'll have a chat about it. Email hosting@thesearchengineshop.com. We'll get back to you and we'll take it from there.